Hello people and welcome along to Wrestling Showdown Rewind here on the W3L network. Thank you for joining me, as I hope you do every single Sunday, and if you don't, why not? What else are you going to be doing with a Sunday afternoon? Thank you for hitting the subscribe button, and again, if you've not, just do it. One button click, it's not going to kill you. And it'll save you pestering every week, won't it? And you'll be notified not only when we bring you Rewind every Sunday at 12 o'clock, when we bring you all the other cool stuff on the W3L network. For example, Mixing with Mike, where we see the W3L heavyweight champion Mike Musso creating some delicious cocktails courtesy of our good friends over at Crafty Connoisseur, who supply the ingredients. Thank you to him for bringing us all these cool recipes. It's just another one of the many programs that we've continued to bring you week after week here in W3L. It's all on the network for free. Click the subscribe button, you'll be notified when they come up. Again, check out Crafty Connoisseur. They sponsor all of our live events, and they have some amazing items for you to purchase. There are coupon codes to get free shipping, but you'll need to hunt down their social media to find out what those are. So what more do you want? Order stuff off their website and it's straight to your door. Show them some support and show some support to W3L as well. You can do that with a fan support package. Prices start only at £5, which, I mean, it's the cost of a magazine these days, right? You can get a fan support package giving you dirt cheap ringside tickets, DVDs, signed posters, and an exclusive video message from a W3L star of your choice. You can pick that up from our website. More details on that later. And if you want another thing to help pass the time, see you can spot where Ghost Wizard, that's him there, is hiding in this episode. He's in every episode of Rewind and Wrestling Showdown and Wrestling Lockdown, whatever we end up calling it as the weeks go by. He's hidden away somewhere. See if you can spot him. You don't get a prize, just, you know, he's there somewhere. So, speaking of wrestling and speaking of Rewind, let's turn the clocks back one more time, because you seem to be enjoying these dips in the archives, and here's two people back by popular demand, mainly I think due to the fact that it looks so different nowadays than they did back in this archival footage. Two very fresh-faced young men in the form of Dickie Divers and the man we now know anyway as Luke Aldridge, then Lucian Maynard Smith, are going to do battle. It's so odd seeing how they look now, much more grizzled and older and ring worn, is that the right word? Compared to how they were back then when they were still fresh faced nippers. And so it's a lot of fun to see, and you all seem to be enjoying these trips at the archive. So let's one more time go down to ringside, and we'll see a very youthful looking Dickie Divers taking on an even more youthful looking Lucian Maynard Smith.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe Fordyce here with you again on another edition of Wrestling Showdown Rewind. We've got Lucian Maynard Smith, of course the man you will know these days as Luke Aldridge, starting off by shouting at the audience, telling them that he is going to get the victory. Well, you heard Dickie Divers there and the positive response that got. And of course, you've seen these two here on Wrestling Showdown when his Divers clamps on that headlock right away. Divers on 4 weeks ago against Bulgarian Baker. 3 weeks ago it was Lucian Maynard Smith, or Smythe as he prefers, against El Technico. And Divers reversing the hip toss. And so by popular demand, both are back as we dip into the W3L archives. Smith getting launched recklessly, and in comes Divers. Drop kicks him. Divers again sending Smith into the corner. And it's so interesting watching the pair of these men together. Divers is the popular man in this match, something that he rarely ever was. He was head first in the canvas. And look at this, Smith going for the cover. Divers being the popular man. When you think of all the things he's done in W3L. Again, this match in 2014, the following year he becomes part of the contingency plan, and you know all the things that he did there. So he's more adept, I guess, at being a villain's character, breaking the rules as Smith gets him number 2. And even Smith going on, maturing, becoming the exile Luke Aldridge, all the big victories, becoming Wrestling Showdown champion, tag team champion, defeating Bram as well at Wrestling 12, all these cool things. And it's so interesting to see the pair of them, what was 6 years ago, competing against each other, as Divers gets hold of him. Now Smith took a little too long Divers, the more experienced man in this match, slams off the top turnbuckle. And it's not a match we really see, quite frankly. This Divers hoists up Lucian Maynard Smith and dumps him down. Is this going to get him the 3 count that he's after? Not yet. So of course it's fun to look at matches like this from the archives and just see where people went, how they changed, how they improved as well. Obviously nobody has really improved as much as Lucian Maynard Smith has between then and these days. Setting up Divers and DDTs him. Now that's twice Divers is going head first into the canvas, and that's not a forgiving canvas either in W3L. Oh, nearly wrapped it up, just netted the 2. Of course, it's fun to see how people were, how they looked, how they acted. Of course, like I say, later on Divers would decide that breaking the rules was a bit better for him. Hold on. Oh! And down goes Smith. Well, his match may have hit rock bottom now, but not quite yet. Gets that shoulder off the canvas and Divers can't quite believe it. Oh, he's signalling to go up to the top turnbuckle. Well, Divers and the deck high flyer. Very good all-rounder as Divers. He can brawl, can fly, can get hardcore if necessary. Doesn't fly as much as he certainly used to in the younger days, but we're obviously seeing that in the match now. Smith going for the superplex. Divers fighting out of it, however. And a headbutt. And a second one. And it takes 3 headbutts, and Smith felled like a tree. And even Divers clutching at his head. I mean, that can't be pleasant for him either. Smith flat on the canvas. Divers going upstairs and lands a delectable bomb, because it used to be delectable Dickie Divers way back when. He goes to cover and pins Luke Aldridge in what must be record time. And what an amazingly popular victory. The audience love that. And he pins Luke Aldridge. This match, if it went 5 minutes, you'd probably be lucky. Dickie Divers gets the victory. Not getting paid by the hour, clearly. And Aldridge just being assaulted by some of the fans in those inflatable hammers. And Divers sticks a boot where the sun doesn't shine. And Aldridge being massacred on the floor. And again, if you're at a W3L show, by all means pick up one of those inflatable hammers. And you're allowed to use it. They aren't classed as illegal weapons in the W3L handbook. There's a bit of fact for you. And Dickie Divers lands a delectable bomb to defeat Lucian Maynard Smith in record time right here on Wrestling Showdown Rewind.
Dickie Divers certainly wasn't hanging around, was he? Making relatively short work of a young Lucian Maynard Smith there. And that pretty much wraps our coverage from 2014. But the good news is, and due to popular demand, we're going to be continuing to dip into the W3L archives over the next couple of weeks, bringing you more classic content featuring people that you'd forgotten about, people you didn't know about, and we've got some really cool stuff lined up. So stick with us, hit the subscribe button, and you'll never miss an episode of Wrestling Showdown Rewind. Who's going to be involved next week? What year will we be going to? Come back in 7 days and you will find out. But first, let me thank Crafty Connoisseur. They of course not only supplied all the lovely ingredients for mixing with Mike, but they're sponsoring all of our live events. Check out their website. They have got a web store still open. They will send stuff straight to your door. And they've got a coupon code for free delivery, but you have to hunt down their social media to find that one out. And you can use that and show them some support. And of course, you show W3L some support by buying a fan support package. Prices start from only £5. You get cheap ringside tickets, you get a W3L DVD, a signed poster, and an exclusive video message from a W3L star of your choice. Helps us continue until we can be back bringing you live W3L action. So pick up one of those, and you can do that by going to our website. It's w3lwrestling.com. You can buy your fan support package. You can also buy t-shirts and DVDs there as well. Send them to the mailing list while you're there, and you'll get an email through periodically telling you what's happening in W3L. Give us a like on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, join us on Instagram, Subscribe, as I said multiple times, to this channel. You'll never miss an episode of this show or any of the other cool stuff we put up. Use that hashtag, engage with us here at W3L. Tell us what you like, what you don't like. Tell us what year we should go to, what wrestler should we bring back. Give us a shout and tell us what you want to see here on Rewind. And come back in 7 days' time, because yes, we're continuing to rewind back into W3L history, bringing you some cool stuff. We've got some really interesting things coming in the next few weeks. So don't go anywhere. I'll see you in 7 days' time right here on Wrestling Showdown Rewind.